On the orders of the President of the United States, U.S. Central Command commences Operation Epic Fury.
I'm gonna shoot you right down.
This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces.
If you threaten Americans anywhere on Earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
At 0916, the Strait stopped being neutral. No darkness, no cover, just a hard white sky over the most surveilled waterway on Earth and a cargo ship that had run out of options. The coalition hadn't waited for night. What followed happened in full view of commercial shipping and overhead sensors, because that visibility was the point. A message delivered in daylight lands differently. This was a seizure, and it was meant to be seen. The intelligence didn't come from one source. It came from three, none of them complete on their own. A satellite pass flagged anomalous deck configuration on a vessel with no history of westbound commercial traffic. Cross-referenced against intercepted freight broker communications, the vessel class matched a known IRGC charter profile. A signals unit in Bahrain picked up an encrypted coordination message referencing a delivery window. No names, no cargo description, but the timing aligned with the satellite track. 72 hours before intercept, the picture hardened. A northbound freighter running modified AIS, hull freshly repainted, crew manifest inconsistent with its registered operator. An overhead pass at last light caught heat bloom from a hold section with no listed mechanical systems. Chinese-supplied missile components. IRGC end user. Distribution point ashore within 48 hours. Stop the vessel, take the shipment, recover the documents. The U.S. Navy held battlespace control. Royal Marines ran the boarding. A H-1Z Vipers overhead. NSW combatant craft medium on the water. ISR continuous. By 0840, the sun had eliminated every shadow. Metal surfaces throwing hard white light. Air sharp with aviation fuel and heated non-skid baking under direct exposure. A H-1Z Viper rotors turned at idle, while crew chiefs moved beneath in a practiced crouch. Hellfire rails set. 20mm cannon live, ready to escalate instantly if the boarding went wrong. The combatant craft sat low against launch points, dark hulls nearly silent at rest, designed to vanish at surface level. Marines ran final inspections in silence. Not nervous silence, finished silence. Vipers lifted first. Twin attack profiles moving low and fast, weapons hot, silhouettes unmistakable against the morning sky. Then the combatant craft cut loose, engines biting hard, spray catching sunlight as bows came up. Full morning glare, flat visibility, commercial traffic at range. Merchant vessels adjusted course as the package passed. The instinct of ships recognizing something that carried consequences. Electronic support measures pushed ghost signals into the freighter's radar picture, degrading track reliability. Not blindness, uncertainty. At the moment of intercept, that was enough. Through optics, the target grew steadily. Civilian lines, worn hull paint, crane arm locked amidships. Unremarkable, except for 2 unexplained speed adjustments in 4 minutes and a crew not moving like a civilian crew moves. 2 figures on the AFT deck near the sealed access. 8 seconds, gone. A hatch shifted slightly. The bridge trimmed speed again. A crew that knew the morning had changed. Vipers dropped into attack range off the port quarter, moving in tight, deliberate arcs. 20mm cannon pointed at the aft deck. When 2 crew members moved toward the maintenance hatch, one Viper broke fast and low. Rotor wash knocked a man sideways, and the cannon's aim made the choice for both of them. They stopped. The freighter slowed without grace. Both combatant craft came alongside, ladders up instantly. Marines over the side into full exposure. Sun behind them, rotor noise above, no angle invisible from the bridge. First team crested and moved. Momentum converted directly into deck control. 4 men on the foredeck tried to hold the forward access point. Not contractors buying seconds, a prepared defensive line. They had angles, cover, and a plan. What they didn't have was time. The Vipers repositioned overhead, and the boarding force hit both flanks simultaneously. The line collapsed inward. Forward access opens in under 2 minutes, hull secure, moving below. Below deck, the sun vanished and the world tightened. Narrow passageways, immediate heat, machinery vibration dropping communication to hand signals and fragments. Section by section, no step forward until the one behind was clear. The first 2 holds were legitimate, not staged, genuinely clean. agricultural equipment, correctly manifested, correctly packed, correctly sealed. The search consumed 11 minutes and returned nothing. The team pushed deeper. The redirect came from the vessel's own documentation. A maintenance log recovered from the bridge referenced a ballast inspection in a compartment that didn't appear on any structural diagram. Overhead, ISR reprocessed thermal data and returned an anomalous reading along the port inner hull, consistent with dense metallic content behind an insulated barrier. That was enough. 2 men were waiting inside the access corridor, positioned tight, using the geometry of the passage against the entry team. The first went down when flashbang pressure collapsed his cover position. The second held longer, using the machinery noise to mask his movement, shifting twice before the flanking element closed his last angle. The compartment had been built into the vessel during construction. Not retrofitted, not improvised. Engineered from the keel up to carry exactly this kind of cargo without appearing on any inspection manifest. No false panels, no dummy freight, just a sealed interior space behind a structural wall, accessible only through a maintenance crawlway that appeared to lead nowhere. Inside, crates bolted to reinforced deck fittings, individually shock-mounted, packed for movement under sea conditions. Chinese manufacturer codes on external casings. IRGC receipt documentation folded inside the first lid, as if someone expected to need it quickly on the other end. Missile airframes, guidance packages, propulsion subassemblies, support electronics, everything prepared for a distribution point that would never receive delivery. Exploitation began immediately. Every crate logged before anything moved, serial numbers recorded, receipt documentation bagged. 2 encrypted tablets recovered from a waterproof case on the forward bulkhead. Still powered, handed directly to the intelligence element. Compartment secure, shipment confirmed, exploitation underway, 0 fatalities, 0 injuries. By 10:32, the freighter had stopped being a weapons courier and started being a case file. The tablets and receipt documentation left the vessel first, sealed and under escort. Priority materials followed. Personnel withdrew in sequence, each element holding position until the one behind it had cleared. Vipers held station throughout, visible and deliberate. 2 fast craft appeared from the northern lane, closed to 4 nautical miles, read the Vipers, and turned back without transmitting. The decision took them less than 90 seconds. The last combatant craft cleared at 10:44. Behind it, the freighter sat motionless in open water. Crew isolated, compartment open, network dismantled. What the IRGC lost was specific. A purpose-built smuggling vessel that had completed 4 prior runs undetected. A procurement channel between a Chinese state logistics contractor and an IRGC distribution node was never formally identified. Receipt documentation that named contacts, confirmed delivery schedules, and mapped a supply structure that existed entirely outside any known network. The freighter sat visible in the strait as the coalition cleared the horizon. No attempt was made to recover it. That was deliberate. Every vessel transiting Hormuz in the next 72 hours would pass within sight of it. The channel is gone. The contacts are burned. The cargo is in coalition hands. In the Strait of Hormuz, the cost of moving weapons is no longer measured in money. It is measured in what gets left behind. 3 transfer contacts were named in those recovered documents. Their next shipment is already being rerouted. Turn on notifications, because when that corridor gets hit, we will have the details before anyone else does. And if you want to know which route they're moving to next, that briefing is coming. Don't miss it.